Hello and welcome to Book of Unwritten Tales 2, where we are about to go consult the medicine book again, now that we have concocted the quite suspicious seeming potion. Let's have a chat.
Hi.
Well, what's up?
The potion's ready, but you don't seriously expect me to drink it, do you?
You must.
Cheap, I'm so... Yes, I know, but... This, medicine. Well, I did tell you that I wasn't feeling well, and the medicine book here thinks it could be something serious.
She has to drink it, the sour metis fruit, sweet honey and salty fish. That should give us an answer.
Oh, it looks revolting.
It is medicine. It's not supposed to taste nice. That's right, down to the last drop.
Not as bad as I was expecting. In actual fact, it's quite tasty. I could definitely drink another glass of that.
Congratulations, Ivo. You are pregnant.
Aha. Cheap. Couldn't quite handle the news.
No. That is completely impossible. You must be wrong. Surely it's a misdiagnosis.
You are an elf and say that potion is quite tasty. I could definitely drink another glass of that. That's raging hormones talking.
I don't have any hormones. Cheap, no. No, the book has made a mistake. I cannot be pregnant. I've never stood in the divine water with Nate on Midsummer's Night singing the Song of Life. Why? How do humans do it? They do what?
Elves and humans can have children together, but it's not possible without sex.
You see? We never had sex. At least not to my knowledge.
But the diagnosis is crystal clear.
Let's just pretend that I am pregnant. There must be some explanation, rational or otherwise.
If we discount the possibility that the child was conceived by natural means, which would certainly appear to be the case here, then that leaves us with just the unconventional conception methods. Did you, perhaps, make some kind of pact with a goblin regarding the child? Child in exchange for gold or a kingdom, for example?
No.
Has a god in the guise of a bull appeared to you in your dreams? Any angels been having a word with you?
No.
Have any stars fallen from the heavens recently?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Then that just leaves magic, or a curse. But unfortunately, that is not my area of expertise.
I wish it was so cheap, but my feeling is that the book is right. I am pregnant. One thing's certain. Mother must never find out about this. I don't know either. Do you think that my tummy will start to show? Oh. I'm not sure how, and I'm not sure why, but it would appear that I'm pregnant. And as all other possibilities have been eliminated, then it must be a curse that's responsible. That is fantastic! No, of course I didn't mean it like that, but just think. Me, cursed. That sounds like an adventure. Totally obvious what we need to do now. We ask Archmage Alistair. He's the wisest magician in the realm of man, and he's a friend. He'll be able to tell us what it means. Oh, no, you don't. You remember who was meant to be looking after me so that nothing happens to me, don't you? Alistair's sure to have the answers. We'll have to track him down in the Mage Tower in Seastone. Only, how are we going to get there? Seastone is days away from here. Oh, yeah, saying fly is all well and good. Are you going to teach me quickly then? No, we need a fast mode of transport. And then there's the small matter of the Border Watch. Their longbows can take out a fly's eye at 400 metres, and they will shoot if said fly should dare to set foot in or leave the woodland realm without permission. You don't by any chance know the password that the Border Watch use? Typical. That's exactly the problem. Mother chooses a new password every single day, and there's no way I'll get it out of her. Oh, why don't you know the password? You normally know everything. Hey, know-it-all. Mother's mirror. It knows more than you. It must know the password. If we work as a team, we should be able to cast a little light on the matter, Cheap. After all, if it is a curse, then I'm the victim, not the perpetrator. Well, yes, I know that. She'll blame us whatever happens. But it's best for us to have some answers rather than just presenting her the facts, don't you think? Transport and the password. Let's go.
All right. Okay, let's see if Cheep Cheep has any ideas.
Hey, Cheap.
Yeah.
Think, Cheap. How can we both get to Seastone without me having to grow wings? You've got an idea? A flight magazine? You've taken out a subscription to a flight magazine? Yeah, all right. Page 15. Hippogriff stud Eculeus in the Blue Mountains. The best battle and hunting hippogriffs in Avantasia. A hippogriff? That could carry me. Not a bad idea, Cheap. But the Blue Mountains aren't close. And just look at the price. A pot of gold. Now, where are we meant to get that from?
The end of a rainbow?
Yes, I think you're right. We'll have to think of something.
We already have a rainbow.
I'm really sorry about that business with the musical box, Cheap, but I had to find out what was wrong with me. Are we friends again? Good. This sex that you spoke about, what is it and why should I not have it? I know that I'm an elf princess. That's exactly the reason I should have something like this. Perhaps even two. Oh, I will find out what you're trying to hide from me. Sometimes I wish I'd kept the artifact of divine fate. Well, an object that would make every wish come true. It'd be very handy right now. Yes, I know, too much power for one person. That's why Archmage Alistair and I made arrangements. I've got sunflower seeds. Want one? I can imagine the whole experience has made you hungry. We will get through this together, right? Do you think I could play the princess card and ask the stud to loan us a hippogriff? That'd cost a lot less than a pot of gold. Yeah, you're right. They'd blab to everyone. Bad idea if I want to travel incognito. I'll be back soon, Cheap.
We'll just have to find the end of the rainbow. Let's see. There was some water in the bird bath. Didn't she say that, we needed to put...
I wonder if there's anything there that could prove useful.
Yeah, didn't she say that we needed to put more water into here?
An all-knowing mirror. In the current situation, that would be more than useful. The only question is how to cast a spell over the mirror. I've never done that before. There are 3 symbols on the bottom of the bowl. I wonder what they mean. They're the same ones as the columns in the throne room. Each symbol depicts a droplet. Sometimes there's a line underneath it, sometimes above, and here is a circle going through the droplet. Haven't got a clue what they mean. I have seen these symbols once before, up in the throne room if I'm not mistaken. Each symbol depicts a droplet. Sometimes haven't got a clue what they mean. I have seen these symbols once before.
Does Arbor have any ideas?
You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for 'ee?
Do you know how to cast a spell over a magic mirror?
Do I look like a magician or priest?
Perhaps you saw Mother doing it sometime.
Many times. She tips water from 3 different vessels into the bowl and then mumbles a bit to herself. Some kind of elf priestess magic nonsense. I don't know nothing about that.
Me neither.
3 different vessels, though. That's the 3 symbols, right?
Tell me, you know a bit about nature, don't you? How does this childbearing stuff work exactly?
Oh, don't know. Ask myself the same question. The bees pollinate the flowers flower seeds are carried away by the wind and new plants grow. Very simple and easy, that. But elves, humans and dwarves don't produce nectar. What have you got to offer the bees?
Yeah, and also our children don't grow in the earth, they grow in us.
Oh, I know. Isn't it absurd?
Arbor, I'm going to have to leave the elf burrow for a few days.
Your mother giving you permission?
Not as such.
Oh, she not gonna like that. But one has to do what one has to do. I wish you a good journey.
Oh, thank you, Arbor. And don't tell anyone I told you.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. Just don't you go staying away too long now. You know time out there runs much quicker than here in the woodland realm.
Of course. In the outside world, we elves age like humans. That's why most elves avoid it like the plague.
Quite right.
If I happen to need a pot of gold and you happen to have one, would you be happy to lend it to me?
If I be the Sultan of the 3 deserts and you had juicy grapes, would you feed me?
Okay, seriously, do you have a pot of gold?
Just like you have grapes and be the Sultan.
You shouldn't smoke.
Why not?
It's not healthy.
No lungs, no problems.
Don't you think it's a bit weird and warped to smoke yourself?
Yeah, I know. I'm terrible. Don't tell no one, no.
I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
Isn't that just lovely? Two plants that have found each other and want to spend the rest of their lives together. That's Arbor's little spade. He always leaves his stuff all over the garden, which of course drives Mother mad.
All right, we have a spade. Ooh. Use this here.
A pot of gold, and no grumpy leprechaun protecting it. What a stroke of luck.
All right. So now we have a pot of gold. Let's go talk to Cheep Cheep again.
Hey, Cheep. I have the pot of gold here. Go on, take it to the stud. Oh, I realise it's too heavy. I won an arm wrestling contest against an orc warrior in Seastone with the help of a strength elixir. We could get something like that for you.
Strength elixir.
I'll be back soon, Cheep.
Can we talk to the medicine book about it?
Hi.
Well, what's up?
You were interrupted just now when you were going to tell me about sex.
Indeed, someone is of the opinion that a princess does not need to know about such things.
Oh, come on, tell me.
I could tell you a lot about it, but it would be unwise for me to annoy your parents. They could burn me, or even worse, give me to a public library.
How do elf pregnancies progress?
They are very similar to human pregnancies, only they take a lot longer, about 4 years. You are presumably in the 6th month.
And if I go into the world of humans to talk to the Archmage, well, time in the human world passes quicker.
Then your pregnancy will go faster, that's for certain. The consequences are difficult to predict. I am not aware of an elf ever having a child outside of the woodland realm.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. If everything goes to plan, then I'll be back in a couple of days and we'll know what's happened.
That would be advisable. Pregnancy can play havoc with the body and mind. It does not take a lot of imagination to work out what a turbo pregnancy in the human world would do to an elf.
Thank you for your help.
That's what I'm here for.
How do we get a strength potion? A Cheep Cheep.
There appears to be an amazing collection of stuff accumulated in the little pond. I wonder if there's anything there that could prove useful.
Do we need to fish again?
I've got what I need, but this is so much fun. And perhaps I'll have a bit of luck catching other interesting things in the pond. A classic.
So we don't actually...
There appears to be an amazing I wonder if... Nothing. Nothing.
How do we get the things on the bottom? If not by fishing?
A classic. A classic. A classic.
I guess it's probably not by fishing then. Can we now read the fishing book? Is fishing skill level 15 enough?
Perhaps I have enough knowledge to now understand the book. Right. Aha, oh, twice in a row, then, that was educational.
25? Okay then.
I already know everything that this book can teach me.
There isn't anything else here. With fishing skill level 25, can we get something useful out of there? No.
A classic.
Okay then.
The only thing I can say in my defense is that is what a weeping willow is meant to look like.
So, do we need to go into the throne room then? For the spell?
Nothing for it. Have to talk to Pa.
Ivo, I thought that we'd agreed that you would stay in your room.
I just left my room to do a bit of training. You said yourself I've put on a few pounds, and I'm not going to get rid of them by lying around on my bed all day.
Where does this sudden insight come from?
I can't keep asking myself what to do with my life. Perhaps marriage isn't such a bad idea.
It most certainly isn't. And if you train diligently, I'm sure Prince Lalilos will like you a lot.
Of course. Fine.
I would love to help you, but I'm most dreadfully busy. A kind of epidemic seems to have broken out in Seastone.
An
Epidemic?
epidemic in Seastone?
It's strange. We're getting reports from the whole of the Middle Kingdom. Objects and beings have been changed.
What do you mean?
The situation isn't clear. It appears as if some kind of terrible power is gradually moving through the whole land, changing it. Do you remember the story of the Nothing? A big blackness that gradually swallowed a fairy kingdom bit by bit.
Of course.
This time it is much worse. It is pink.
An epidemic in Seastone. Is it wise for me and it to go there? On the other hand, Wilbur and the Archmage are in Seastone. Perhaps I can help them to fight the epidemic in exchange for them helping me with my problem.
Yeah.
I can blame Mother for a lot of things, but not laziness. On the contrary, she does the same work as 3 people put together, because she doesn't trust anyone to do it as well. This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means. That's Mother's area of expertise. This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden.
And this one as well?
This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden.
Yep.
Pa doesn't like getting up early. He always says he needs lots of sleep, but he's never said why. Hey, Pa, the day started ages ago.
What? Oh, Ivo, how's my favourite daughter?
I'm your only daughter.
Oh, that I had 100. You are and will remain something very special. The other 99 will be as well, though.
Pa, you're nuts. She locked me up like a small child.
Have you argued again?
She started it.
She loves you.
And she only wants the best for me. How can it be best for me if she constantly criticises me and forces me to do things that I don't want to do?
She believes that this will help prepare you for the life that awaits you.
I'd just like to decide for myself.
I know. Your mother just doesn't understand that because she never had that choice.
Mother wants me to marry this Prince Lalilos.
I did hear about that.
Is that your wish too?
All I wish for is for you to be happy.
Aha, so I'm not going to marry him.
Unfortunately, not all wishes are granted.
Oh,
You are an elf princess. You will need to marry sooner or later. It's just when and who. I'd rather just leave that to Mother Nature.
I wish you could convince Mother of that.
I fear her faith in your taste of men has been shaken a little since... Well, you know. She wants to prevent your heart being broken again. That's why she's choosing someone that she thinks is right for you.
Doesn't Mother's way of doing things drive you a bit mad?
Naturally.
Then why don't you tell her?
Does the GNU talk of spring when the shadows are tickling the squirrel? I love her. It's just a phase. She'll change. And if she doesn't change, then I will not love her any less. I love you both as you are, warts and all.
Pa, would you have used the artifact of divine fate, or would you have hidden it like we did?
I think that too much power can corrupt any one of us.
But you have great powers, and you've never used them for evil.
I could have cured diseased woodlands with the artifact, cleaned rivers in the air. And then what? Then I might have chased away the lumberjacks and destroyed the factories of the dwarves.
But I could have helped a lot of humans.
Things take time, Ivo. If you force change before its time's come, then it won't last.
Enlighten me, Father.
Old people with sunburn, loved by me like very little else, anger the humorless gods.
Understood.
We don't want to talk about this to Mother, but do we talk about this to Father?
I've got quite a lot to think about.
Goodbye, little daughter.
See you later, Father. Only priestesses are allowed to get water from the well. Up to now, my mother hasn't tried to make me into a priestess. If I'm lucky, she never will. Only priestesses are allowed to get... Up to now, my mother hasn't tried...
Anything else to talk about with Mother?
Mother?
Yes, Ivadora.
Those symbols on the columns, what do they mean?
First your insights concerning your wedding, and now an interest in the spiritual. You do surprise me. The 3 symbols depict the 3 different forms that water takes. They are important in many rituals. Water that falls from the sky. Water that springs from the earth. And water that is bathed by moonlight.
Oh. What's all this different forms of water all about then?
Not all water is the same. It changes. If it bubbles out of a spring, then it is spring water. Then it turns into stream water, perhaps into river water, and then sometimes later into sea water. The voice of water changes, its soul.
And if different forms of water are mixed together...
Then you can create water with powerful magical properties. But it's not as easy as you might imagine. Water is constantly changing its form. Rain is water from the sky, but as soon as it lands in a puddle, then it becomes common puddle water.
Do you really think that I look fat?
You aren't really fat, my darling, but you aren't perfect either.
Do I have to be perfect?
No one is perfect, but that doesn't stop us striving for it. Once you are happy with yourself, then you become overindulgent. Dissatisfaction can take you far, my darling.
Why do you want me to marry this particular prince?
Because I think that will be best for you.
And if I don't like him?
Then you will learn to love him.
Why can't I fall in love first and then marry?
And what happens if you don't fall in love? You won't ever marry then? Don't be childish, Ivadora.
When you married Father, how long had you known each other?
Just a few days. I fell in love with him instantly. He was the wisest and most handsome elf that I had ever met.
And if you hadn't loved him, or if perhaps you hadn't even liked him?
Then I would have married him anyway. It is the duty of the princess to secure royal succession.
Whether she wants it or not?
You didn't want to go to school either. Today you can play music, paint, speak a dozen different languages and have realized what a gift education is. Please, just trust me. Sometimes only parents know what's best.
Do you know what can be done to fight the epidemic in Seastone?
Done? Nothing, my darling. It's a matter for humans. We will only observe.
How hard would it be for us to actually help solve a problem for once, instead of waiting for it to solve itself?
If Alistair needs my advice, he can ask me, and up to now he has not done that.
But...
I'm not going to interfere.
See you later, Mother.
Don't pull a face like a wilted willow, Ivo. Smile.
Let's see then.
Water that spilled from the earth. That's what this symbol means, according to Mother. And she knows what she's talking about. The symbol for water that falls from the sky. The droplet signifies water, the circle the moon. Water that's been bathed in moonshine. The droplet signifies water.
Okay.
If that isn't water bathed by moonshine, then I don't know what is. The only
Yep.
problem is, Mother guards this water like treasure and stands directly next to it.
That is a problem.
Pa?
Yes, Poppet?
Nothing new to talk to him about.
I've got quite a lot to think about.
Goodbye, little daughter.
See you
now.
later, Father.
Let's not tell either of them about the pregnancy. Or should we tell Father?
Hey, Cheap.
Oh,
I'll be back soon, Cheap.
what about the medicine book? Talk about the epidemic?
I wish there was something to indicate that the book was wrong, but unfortunately it's very sure, and I know it's right. I'm pregnant, and I don't know how, and I don't know why. I just know that I need to get out of here before Mother finds out. The Archmage and Seastone will know what to do. I wish there was something to indicate that I'm pregnant. I just know that I need...
Okay, so I guess we don't talk to the book then? I don't think there's anything in the bedroom. Well, I guess we could go take a look.
The door can be opened easily from the outside. If it was up to me, it would stay open.
Yeah, there's just the water jug.
That's just what I need.
And the music box.
I don't know how Cheap escaped the music box, but he does say he knows various mystical fighting techniques.
Okay. Back into the garden then.
The plant would survive, I'm sure, but at the moment I don't need any more.
So, can we take a little bit of this water?
If that isn't water bathed by moonshine, then I don't know what is. The only problem is, Mother guards this water like treasure and stands directly next to it.
So that's a no.
If that isn't water bathed by... The only problem is...
Yeah. Hmm.
Mother?
Yes, Ivadora.
That stuff in the moon well, that's water bathed by moonlight, isn't it?
Of course it is, my darling.
Could I take some of it?
It is holy water. We only use it for special occasions. What do you need it for?
I'd like to carry out a ritual. I need some water that has been bathed by the moonlight for it.
Really? What sort of ritual?
Well, it's just, really...
What do you want to use the water for?
Oh, forget it. About the moon water, could I have some?
What do you need it for?
I'd like to carry out a ritual.
Really? What sort of ritual?
So this wasn't the correct answer.
I want to become one with the cosmos and nature and, to see the future and the past. So do the things that you do.
But child, you'll need centuries of training for that. Only priestesses can use moonwell water for spiritual journeys.
About the moon water, could I have some?
What do you need it?
I'd like to carry out a...
Really?
Well, I want to, well, it's a surprise.
I don't like surprises, especially not when it concerns magic rituals. What sort of ritual are you planning?
Well, I want to,
What sort?
Well, it's just,
What do you want to use the water for?
Oh, forget it. About the moon water.
What do you need it for?
So not a ritual. Potion?
I need it for a potion. It's one of the most important ingredients.
Really? What sort of potion?
A growth potion. One could call it a kind of liquid fertilizer for arbor.
Arbor has always managed perfectly well without magic up to now, and the moonwell water is much too precious to waste on flowers.
About the moon water.
What do you need it for?
I need it for a potion.
Really?
Well, the moon water's a particularly pure and clean water. I thought that it could form the basis of a beauty potion.
It is true that this water is purported to have healing powers.
I didn't want to trouble you with this, but then I thought, if I'm meant to be looking my best for the prince, then such a potion wouldn't do any harm.
Oh, absolutely. Do you have a vessel? May the moonwell water give you the help you need to become more beautiful, just as it has always helped me.
Oh.
See you later, Mother.
Don't pull a face like a wilted willow, Ivo. Smile.
Okay, so we have the moon water. Then we need water that springs from the ground and water that falls from the sky. Close that, please. And Let's go back into the garden. This doesn't exactly fall from the sky.
Simply beautiful. Clear water that tumbles through the air and spreads a fine, refreshing mist all through the garden.
Or maybe it does fall from the sky. What about the water that springs from the ground? Do we pour this water into here now?
Right. Now water that has been bathed in moonshine. That must mean the water that's come from the moon well. It works. One of the symbols is glowing.
Okay. So let's go see.
Water from the waterfall. One could also say water that has fallen from the sky. Aha! That's got the second symbol to glow.
Water that springs from the ground, though. Yeah, I didn't think so. How do we get that? There wasn't anything up here, was there? No. Do we need to use a sword to get water from the ground? No. Well, maybe Arbor knows?
You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for 'ee?
I don't need your spade anymore. I've put it over there.
Ah, that's great. And you've dug a lovely hole, too, right in the middle of my lawn.
Ah, sorry about that.
Oh, what the heck. I'll plant it with something.
I need a special sort of water arbor. Can you help me?
A special sort of water? Now, who's been dreaming that stuff up, then?
Arbor, please help. I need water that spills out of the ground.
There, the waterfall. As much water as you want.
Oh, it's not that simple. That water's changed. I need water directly out of the earth.
You elves always like to make things complicated, don't you? You got a container? There you go. And don't start telling me that this is some kind of snot water or the like. This be tip-top quality groundwater.
Should work. Thank you. I have to
What?
get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
Okay, so we have all three kinds of water now. Nice.
Let's hope that Arbor's donation of water that spills from the earth will work. It hasn't really spilled from the earth, but it is groundwater and it's never seen the sun. Now all the symbols are glowing. Hello?
Yay.
Are you there?
I'm always there.
I cast a spell over you single-handedly with no help.
You had help, you just didn't realise it.
No, I did it by myself.
I'm the all-knowing seer. I'm telling you, you are wrong.
Are you really all-knowing?
No, but it sounds better than I am the seer who saw more than any other being in the world and yet didn't see all.
I did summon you, but I don't really know anything about you. Do you live in the water, or are you the water?
No, the water is just a reflective surface. I live on the other side of the mirrors. I see what happens in front of mirrors. To you, they are simple reflections. To me, they are the window through which I view your world.
Okay. So you live on the other side of all mirrors. Does that include the one in my bedroom?
I can look through any reflective surface. I see all.
You do close your eyes, when it's the decent thing to do, right?
I see all.
Yes, understood. But if someone's undressing in front of their mirror or doing embarrassing things that no one else should see, you do look away, right?
I can see into the furthest reaches of the world. I see the good and the bad, the beautiful and the abominable.
You saw me giving an imaginary harp concert in front of my mirror.
I count that amongst the abominable.
And Mother and others summon you to ask your advice.
I wouldn't exactly describe it as asking. They know how to reach me via one of the mirrors. They want me to give them information, and if I don't answer, they just stand there and stare at me.
So you help them.
That is the question, is it not? Do I have an interest in supporting either one or the other side, or would I rather watch a catastrophe unfold?
So you'd pour oil onto the fire just because you want to watch the flames?
I could, but mostly I restrict myself to watching. I love to see how things develop. I can't abide when things come to a standstill. That's when I'm always tempted to give someone a shove in the right direction.
There's talk of an epidemic in Seastone which is spreading. Do you know anything about it?
It is not an epidemic.
Well, what is it then?
It's something that you'll get involved with.
Can you see into the future?
Stories repeat themselves. Other places, other participants, but the course remains the same. Good fights evil.
Why am I pregnant?
You are pregnant?
Should you not know that? You being the nearly all-knowing oracle.
I didn't see that. When did you get pregnant?
I'm asking you.
Stupid romance. A woodland glade, a bed in the cornfield, not a mirror in sight. Couldn't you and maids have done that somewhere else?
Done what?
Oh, yes. Nothing at all, Princess.
I need today's password for the Woodland Realm Border Watch. Do you know it?
Of course. Your mother told the commander of the guards when she was standing next to the mirror surface of the moon well.
Can I have it?
Absolutely. I want to see how this develops, and there are quite a few surprises awaiting you in Seastone.
Which, of course, you're not going to tell me about.
They wouldn't be surprises if I told you about them.
By any chance, is the password melon?
How do you know that?
Stories repeat themselves. Do you not know that? Thanks for that unsettling conversation. I have to go.
Yes, you must. But we will see each other again soon.
You mean to say you will see me and follow my every move?
Yes, but I didn't mean that. You will seek me out before this story ends.
Really?
Yes, you will want to help a friend in need and won't know how to. That's when you will seek and find me.
Where will I find you?
In a flying town, in a house with no corners. Till then, Princess Ivo of the Woodland Realm.
But, oh...
Okay then. Well, I think we'll continue from here in the next episode. Wow. So now we have the password, we just need the transport, and in order to get the transport we need to somehow make Cheep Cheep strong enough to carry the pot of gold. We'll look into that next time. For now, thank you so much for watching this video and spending a little of your time with me here today. If you like this video, please leave it a like. I would really love that. And also, please remember to be kind to yourself. Have a lovely rest of your day. And I will see you again next time.